Hey y'all, so for today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how I pack an order, and I'm gonna start with just showing you guys my space and how I set it up for everything to go smoothly as I pack. All right, y'all, so this is my workspace. This is the MacBook. I just zoomed in for privacy, but that is her order. This is where I keep my thank you cards and my business cards, my tripod so I can film, and I will also link this below because this is a really good tripod. This is my favorite mirror. I take it everywhere. It's just always here just because. This is the robe that she ordered. I have water right there. This is the box. This is what I'll be using to pack her order. All right, y'all. So today I'm going to tell you guys the story time of me getting scammed out of $500 by a photographer. This was a headache. I believe I cried about it multiple times. I believe I almost pulled my hair out. I was stressed. It was a lot. And I'm just gonna walk you guys through how I also pack an order so you guys could just like kind of know. So this is how the robe comes. I take it out of this. And this is how it looks. I also have a little tag, which I put in here, insert it like this. So let me tell y'all how I got scammed. So I was saving money from the business for a few months after it opened to do a rebrand. My website was done by myself. Everything that was done, if anybody knows or has seen my website from literally the day I opened in December of 2020, you know everything I did was by myself. Anyways, fast forward, I saved good money and I had contracted a lady to do my website. And I contracted a lady to take product photography. She specialized in that. And then I contracted a guy to take model photos that would go on the website. So it would just look like as professional as possible. Like you just see what the robe really looks like, because the pictures that I had before, they weren't bad, but they were not the best at all. And also the quality of it was kind of terrible. You couldn't really see the colors. And I had a lot of people on TikTok, especially because at the time I had gone viral on TikTok. So I was really leaning on TikTok to make sales and things like that. And obviously, as a business as well, you also have to take critique from the people that you're serving. And that's something that I'm very open to. So that was something that everybody kept telling me was like, you need to get better pictures, because I can't tell the difference between the two reds, or I can't tell the difference between this color and this color, or how does it really look? Does it really look like that in person? Like, you know, things like that, which is very important to make a purchase. And me as a client as well, every time I go on a website, if a picture is not well, I don't want to buy it. And that's kind of how I felt about my store. So I had saved up enough money to do all of this. And I found this one photographer, his work was really good, and I was like, oh, he seems dope. And then his price point wasn't bad at all. Mind you, I have 18 colors, and my plan was to do 18 different models. He was like, you should do 9 girls and make them just wear like 2 colors each. I was like, okay, that's better, and it just works, you know, in a better way. So I came up, I found the models that I wanted, I tried to work with them, and he had a deposit of $300. Okay, so I talked to him, and him and I came to an agreement about prices, negotiations. Like, we did all of that. Everything was really good. Everything was bomb. And I was like, okay, so send me the contract. I need to read it over, things like that. Also, keep in mind that I am a registered business. So certain things I try to take, not even certain things, everything I try to take as serious as possible, because at the end of the day, I don't want a lawsuit. I don't want to be involved in one. I don't want any of those issues, like, at all. Anyways, him and I had spoken, and he had told me that it was a $300 non-refundable deposit, and I would have to pay the rest, which I believe the rest was $700 that I had to give him after the project was done. I said, okay, that's cool. However, from the beginning, I didn't want him to not take me seriously because, one, I'm young, two, I'm a girl and I'm a woman. And I was just like, I don't know. So me being me, I sent him a deposit of $500 instead of a $300 deposit, okay? That was just my mistake from the beginning. I sent him $500, and that's how I lost the $500. I contracted him in April. The project was supposed to take like maybe 2 rounds, and that was it. It took forever. Pictures weren't coming out right. There were models not showing up. It was just like a whole mess. So and then I was also going through stuff, and I was moving, so I had to like put a pause on the project. And as I put a pause on the project and try to come back to the project, I was like, okay, like we need to kind of regroup and figure this out. So him and I came up with a good plan. Things were right. And I had just moved in. So I moved to a new house in June of last year. Then in August, I moved to college. So it was just too much moving and figuring things out. But when I was in college was when I decided to have the second photo shoot, and I had to come home for the weekend and things like that, which were fine. And anyways, long story short, he had promised something, which was that he could deliver on the specific type of photos that I wanted, which were professional photos, and I could put them up here of how they look on my website right now, and exactly how I wanted them was how I was expecting them to be done by this photographer, which unfortunately he wasn't able to complete the project. So, and I also am very picky. That's one thing about me. If I'm paying for it, I'm gonna be picky. I don't care. And if it's not done the way I want it, we're gonna have to keep doing it until it's done the way I want it, because it's coming out of my pockets. Mind you, at the time I'm in college, I'm taking, I think I took 5 classes fall semester. So I'm getting into the groove of college, because freshman year was all online. So it's just like a lot of things that I'm still catching up on and trying to figure out. As I'm moving into college, I don't really know nobody either. So I'm learning how to just maneuver through things. Point is, I had to have the shoot redone a few times, not only because models weren't showing up, but also the pictures that he was sending me to take a look at and see if I liked were just not coming out the way I wanted them. Like, it was just a no for me. Lighting was inconsistent throughout things, which was already happening, which was already on my website. So I didn't want to redo a photo shoot, pay a lot of money for a photo shoot for it to still have inconsistency in lighting and things like that, especially if the photographer said that he could have done it. So I was a picky customer, and I can admit to that. Like, I probably could have been a headache, and I could definitely admit to that. But I personally feel like I was never rude or anything like that. That's one thing too. Like, when it comes to my business, I'm also the face of my business. I try to take that extremely serious and be as professional as possible. So every time I talk to somebody, I always try to be as professional as possible, no matter what. So long story short, him and I came to the conclusion that the project wasn't going to work, because he ended up admitting to me in September. Mind you, this project started in April. He ended up admitting to me in September that he couldn't do the project no more, because he just isn't doing what he needed to do, and just wasn't getting I wasn't getting the results that I wanted, basically, off of his work. What had happened was we just killed the project, and I was okay with that. But then when it came to the deposit, I told him, I was like, I understand that the deposit is non-refundable, but I did send $200 extra. Can I have that $200 back? He refused to give me the $200, and it was just like a whole back and forth thing with him. Mind you, what was pissing me off wasn't even the money. It was that I didn't have any photos. I had no type of content to post, because the photos that were taken were not of quality and wasn't something that I wanted to post on my brand page. You know what I'm trying to say? So pictures were not of quality. There were nothing I can use. Mind you, in the contract, because I do read, in the contract, he clearly stated that I could not use the pictures if they were not edited, and obviously not given permission by him. So permission wasn't given by him, and photos were not edited. He needed to edit them, and it was just like this whole hassle. And then I thought we came to an agreement about something, which was a misunderstanding on both ends. What I thought was gonna happen, which was the misunderstanding, was I was not gonna get the refund, like the deposit back, but I was gonna select certain photos that were decent enough. He was gonna edit them, and I was gonna be able to use them for some type of promotion for my brand. Turns out that was not the case, and he wanted me to not only give him the $500 that he already had from me. He wanted me to pay extra for the edits of the photos that I had picked, which means I was gonna pay like an extra $100 and something, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it was around there. So technically I was gonna pay like $600 for like maybe 20 photos, and they were not even the photos of quality. Lighting was inconsistent through all of them, all these things, right? So nothing's adding up. $600, $700 for photos that everything's inconsistent. It's not professional enough. It just doesn't highlight my brand. Why am I going to use them? So him and I had gone back and forth, and he was basically fed up with me the same way I was fed up with him when it came to just the misunderstanding and things like that. So he was just mad and all of that, and he basically refused to give me the money. And then what he had came up with was I was gonna he came up with something with his boss, which was basically I was gonna pay like an extra $200-300, and his boss was gonna do the work, not him but his boss, to try to make me like a happy client. And then I was like, I'm not paying more than I've already paid, and I'm not getting anything in return. So then when I found a better photographer, shout out to my photographer who did all the work that's currently on my website. He's amazing. He did like a really amazing job, and I couldn't be happier with the results. Anyways, so I had spoken to him and I asked him for advice, and I was just like, hey, like, what do you think I should do in this, that, the third? He even agreed with me that it was just unfair that the photographer was not going to give me any photos and was also not going to give me any money. And he believed that that photographer should have given me one or the other. And if he didn't want to give me the full $500 back, I understood, because I know that the $300 was non-refundable from jump. However, you did lie that you couldn't complete the project. So if you can't complete the project, baby, give me my money back. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's no reason for any of this. Anyways, last semester, I was also taking business law, and my professor was a lawyer before. So I did sit him down. I explained to him the situation, and I try to get his point of view on what I should do on the situation, because I'm a small business. I wasn't making money at the time either, because with college and stuff, I have to post and promote in order for me to make orders, in order for people to visit my website. And clearly I wasn't doing that, so I wasn't making any money. I also wasn't working because I was in school, so it was just no money coming in, but I'm also losing money. So I had asked him for advice, and he basically had told me that I could take it to small business courts. And he was like, talk to the guy and let him know that that's your plan and that's what you want to do, and just see if he can compromise. I did that. He didn't compromise. And then I ended up talking to my mom about it. And my mom was like, honestly, it's okay. Like, he took the money. You have no photos. You have nothing. But at the end of the day, like, just pray about it and things like that, and God will bless you in different ways. So that's basically what I did. And I let it go, because if I took it to small business courts, I was going to also have to pay fees to get it all done. And the fees that I was going to pay, at the end of the day, if I was to get the $500 back, it wasn't even $500. It was going to be like maybe $300 or $4 something, because I had to pay a fee. So it just, at the end of the day, it didn't compensate me. It didn't do anything. So not only did I lose $500, I also had to put another $1,000 something on the project with my new photographer, who did an amazing job on the photos. Quality is there. Everything is exactly how I wanted it from the beginning, but it did take more money because the other photographer refused to do anything. I also did not get any photos from that. I didn't get anything. So it was just like a lose-lose situation. I wasted my time. He wasted his time. I didn't get any photos. He kept my money, and that was really what it was. I guess like no hard feelings, but I definitely learned from the situation. And the biggest thing I learned is that, one, I'm always going to end up standing up for myself, because I feel like sometimes I'm in a situation and I just won't say anything and I'll just kind of go with the flow. But what I learned is that I love my business, and the money that I'm putting into my business is something that is hard-earned money, right? So I don't want to just put money into it and then I'm losing money and I'm not getting anything out of it. which, you know, kind of sucked and all of that. And I did cry about it because what? $500? Can't nobody just take out $500 out their pocket like that? It's not me, not me. And especially for my small business, like I feel like my small business was just being robbed, especially because there were no pictures in return. He kept the money and I couldn't use the photos because the photos weren't edited. There was nothing. And he could have sued me for just, you know, going out my way and using the photos no matter what, because I know that in the contract I could not use the photos, okay? So it was just like a lose-lose situation. I was just sad. I was stressing the hell out. But in the end, like, my website looks better now, even though it did take out more from my pockets, but it does look better. It's the way I wanted it. It just, unfortunately, that had to happen for me to get exactly what I wanted with a better photographer. It was just like an unfortunate event, honestly. However, I don't knock that photographer at all. Like, that photographer was really good. However, I just don't feel like this was his area of specialties and like expert. Like, he wasn't an expert in this area of what I was exactly looking for, which I wish he had told me specifically and had not sold me the dream that he could get it done when he couldn't, because that could have saved me time and money the same way it could have saved him his time. However, content is extremely important for you to promote your business. If you don't promote your business, if you don't show up with content, you don't do any of that, people are going to forget your business. That's just really what it is. So I was kind of like trying to be on a time crunch, like, oh my gosh, I don't have any photos, I don't have any pictures, I don't have anything. So it was just kind of like frustrating. But yeah, y'all, so that's basically how I got scammed out of $500 by a photographer, and I did not get any photos in return. Let me repeat that, because I did not get anything from it. I lost the money, and that was what it was. At the end of the day, it's like my mom told me, just pray about it, things will be better. And yeah, y'all, I did pack the order, even though I didn't really show you guys much, and I was just like kind of talking to tell you guys what the story was. This is how it looks. I have not taped it nor printed out the shipping label, but all right, this is how it looks, nicely packed. Yeah, you know. And then it comes with a cute little business card and a thank you card, because we are thankful for every order, and it's so cute. The website is down below. You guys can always shop. I am currently wearing Magic. The lovely customer ordered baby doll, which is the brightest pink, and it's so cute. And this is how it looks. I'm just gonna print out the shipping label, and it's basically ready to send off. Another thing that I learned as a business owner, not only dealing with this situation, but with different encounters and just different things in general, is that as a business or as a person myself, taking the high road will hurt you like in the moment, and you'll cry about it, or you'll deal with your emotions the way you want to deal with them. But in the end, taking the high road is just a better thing to do, and 9 times out of 10 it will save your business. And it also just teaches you a lot about life. Even though I'm telling you guys the story, it's just to tell you guys the story. Like, I'm very much so over it, but it did hurt me in the moment. However, now that I'm over the situation and I've moved past it, and I did take the high road, because I definitely was planning on posting and exposing the photographer on Instagram and going on a whole rant and doing all this. But I'm glad I didn't do any of that, because I didn't really, like, right now I wouldn't be gaining anything. And I also didn't want to be that business that would do the most on social media and things like that. I'm not like that. I've never been like that. I don't want to do that. So yeah, yo, even though I'm over the situation, I'm glad that I took the high road in this. It was just me explaining my experience. But yeah, y'all, this is the order. It is ready for shipping. Do not forget to visit my website. I've also linked down below the things from Amazon that I currently have, which is my stand and my mirror, okay? All right, y'all, so thank you so much for listening to my story time and what happened. That is one of many, but I am so thankful that I have overcame that situation specifically, and my business is in a better place. But yeah, y'all, as I said, I am wearing Magic. Y'all can shop the link below. Here it is. I've shown you guys what it looks like inside. Let me try this again in a nicer way with the thing. Also, it does come with a little note for my beautiful ladies, which says, I embrace my flaws and I am beautiful just the way I am. Yes, you are. Yeah. Okay. That's really what it is. Anyways, I can also get into details of how I came about packaging, what my packaging means. I have so many business videos that I could do. You guys really could just comment down below what you guys want to see or what you guys want to know. Again, if you want to open your own business, I encourage you to do it. You can do it. I promise you can. Okay. And I'm hoping to also start posting more content that can help you guys or kind of guide you guys on how to open your own business and things to do. But remember, taking the high road at the end of the day can save you a lot. Okay. Anyways, y'all, that is the end of the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I will be having more videos coming your way. So yeah.